money. That's all I ever hear in this house.
There seems to be a need for sports talk in the Bay Area.
Woo!
I'm Jake Lucas. I'm with Dave Greenstein and Joe Starkey.
Jake, I'm going to interrupt you real quick. What the hell is our podcast called?
This was a special team with unbelievable camaraderie, and it all started with the hum baby himself, Roger Craig.
So we're called Hum Daddies
Adios,
because
pelota.
we're Giants fans that have kids. So we're not babies, we have babies. Hum Daddies, get it? All right.
Sleepy Floyd is Superman! Oh.
Hey, welcome everybody to Hum Daddies.
Welcome, everybody!
Version.
Robbie Tight Pants?
An on-the-fly version episode of Hum Daddies. We are the Hum Daddies. We are humming all over the Bay Area. And we are coming to you live from Richmond, California, Oakland, California, and Napa, California. I am Jake Lucas. I am joined by David Greenstein and Joe Storkey. And here's what we got for you this time, guys. We're going to do an exciting draft. As you know, we like to do vintage drafts of Giants, Warriors, and Niners. Today we're going to each select a pitching staff. We can select 5 starters. What is it? A setup guy and a closer. From the range is 1990 to 2019. We're going to get into some Warriors for you. I might drop a couple quick notes on the San Francisco 49ers. Actually, the Santa Clara 49ers, if you want to be technical about it. Speaking of Santa Clara 49ers, there's the Sacramento A's. We just visited them on Sunday and saw the Giants whoop their ass. And so, here we are, fellas. How you guys doing?
Couldn't be better.
Life is good on a Tuesday Eve.
I mean,
The one way it could be better is we got Philadelphia is currently ahead of the Giants 3-1. So
Yeah, we're recording this at about, it's almost 9 o'clock. Just struck 9 o'clock, and the Giants are threatening in the 8th. Hope
we
to
got
turn
no
around
outs, 2 on.
Let's do it.
Giants
We'll get into
were
some
up
Giants
1-0.
talk.
Yeah, Giants were up 1-0. It's a Robbie Ray tight pants night, and unfortunately, we didn't get him a win to close out his. This is his last start before the All-Star break, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All-star performing year.
No, he's pitching Sunday.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay. So that'll make him ineligible for.
Yeah, he's not pitching the All-Star game, which is fine. Pitch that Sunday game against the Dodgers. Great.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay, so we're going to get into the Giants more in depth. Right now, let's go around the horn, and it's Tuesday, but hell, everyone needs a drink, right? What are you drinking? What are you wearing? Dave.
Well, tonight I'm having a little spritz, less the prosecco, but a little Aperol on some soda. Got
Nice.
my going all orange on this Tuesday. Got my New York Giants cap strong, and I just picked up this lovely thing behind me here, the San Francisco 49ers stained glass in the back.
Love
it. It's pretty dope. So
That is a beaut.
It is, absolutely. I think you had that on our post-game wrap the other night.
I didn't get to talk about it because we were doing 100.
I wanted to say something, but we had a very tight window. Joe Starkey, what are you wearing, and what are you drinking?
I got my Milwaukee Brewers hat because they just took another game from the Dodgers, looking pretty good.
Pretty.
Back of the
That's
farm we've
5
seen
losses in a row for the Dodgers.
The curse of Farhan looms large.
There's only one Jacob I like more right now, and that's Jacob Mizrowski. That guy can hurl, unlike Jake, who holds it down.
Yeah, that guy can play, man. He's good. So, and then I got my Oakland jersey. If you'll note, it's like the forest green color jersey with the Oakland, which does not exist. I think I figured this out from some China jersey sale.
Just kidding.
Yeah. So
Cool.
yeah.
And did you say a drink or no?
Oh, I got myself a Negro Modelo.
Ooh,
Nice. Let's
Love a
push
Negro.
just huge corporate brands tonight, guys. So I am wearing my Lucky Giants hat. This orange hat usually equals a win. Although Adamas just struck out. Great. That's wonderful. Yeah, already whiffed. Man, he really chased that. And I'm wearing, my trusty Will Clark Road 89 jersey.
Nice.
Got the World Series patch there. Battle of the Bay. So a little A's love for Starkey. And then what's
Not
that?
A's love, Oakland A's love.
Oakland A's love.
Yeah, thank you.
Clarify.
No one's bitter anymore around here, obviously.
West
but-
sack of shit is not Joe's forte.
Yeah.
Not my speed.
I hear you. It's very understandable. As far as drinking, I had a nice. I got these Bellini sparkling waters from Target today. I was at my house in Berkeley, but my first attempt at doing a pod from Berkeley in a long time, while the kids are trying to sleep, didn't go well. So either I had the option to whisper like the Yin Yang Twins. I could have done that. By the way, did you guys see the Yin Yang Twins at SeaWorld recently? Hell of a viral video.
Gotta
Something
check it out.
special. Yeah. There's a whole crowd at SeaWorld, kids included, sold out at
Yin Yang,
SeaWorld San Diego.
They're about what, 55?
Yeah, they look like they're in their mid-60s. I mean, gray beards, balding with dreadlocks, the whole works. And the whole crowd was doing, from the window to the wow. I mean, it was insane. The dirty version, not the radio version. Yeah, and so I have a Camelback with water and nothing too fun. But yeah, I got Will in the orange hat.
Yeah, speaking of Will, did you see that video that surfaced today about Devers?
Yeah, so I saw a post on Yahoo that's Will Fleming's, Dave Fleming's brother, Will, right? Is it Will Fleming? Whatever. Dave Fleming's brother is a broadcaster for the Red Sox. And he did a radio hit today for the local Boston station and said that Devers didn't show up for a Will Clark first base, less than one of these weekends. Was it the weekend against the Red Sox?
It was the weekend against the Red Sox, yes.
Right. And so, yeah, he said that's what we've been dealing with in Boston. Later, I heard that KMBR Murph called bullshit, and then that video, Will and Eric Burns came out where Will says he just didn't want to deal with the media, working on first base in front of the Boston dugout. So, I guess draw your own conclusions.
Matt Chapman.
I'm not too concerned about it, and I don't want to blow it up more than it probably needs to be.
And then
right?
today, he was out there taking grounders at first, by the way.
Well, I find it pretty darn interesting. At first, when you said that, I was like, oh, that's a terrible look.
I trust Dave Fleming's brother to tell the truth. So I thought that was a serious report.
But I like that Will came out and kind of told it as it is. He's like, well, he didn't want to go take grounders in front of the Red Sox, 20 feet in front of their dugout. And I kind of get that. But he said his ass better be there next week when I'm in town. So we'll see.
Right. Okay, so as we watch Yaz trying to save the Giants' day here, Starkey, do you want to get us into the Warriors news about possible trades or signings or what's going on in the land?
Well, I think we can start off with, happy trails to our friend Kevon Looney. He's got a 2-year contract, $16 million with the Pelicans. What a guy he was. Ultimate team player, Golden State Warrior, epitomizes the kind of mid to late run we had in the 17, 18, 19. Oh, that's a long fly ball. Damn it.
I hate that you're ahead of me.
Me too.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. So before you jumped on Dave, I'm 20 seconds ahead of Dave, and he tied 1-1.
Yeah.
And he says, if anything happens, don't say anything. And then Schwarber hits a 2-run home run. And
Joe goes completely silent, makes a weird smiling, half like grinny face, goes almost red, and I have to just sit there and wonder. And then I realize something bad has happened, and I realize Schwarber's up, and like I know exactly what happened. So
come on, guys, get live. Let's go.
He's gone.
Get up to speed.
Fine. We're on this weird fucking Hulu. Anyway,
I'm on cable, Xfinity cable, at the Lucas residence in Richmond. Xfinity, I don't trust to be up to speed. So.
Joe's got something special. He's ahead of everybody right now. He's almost
What the hell are you watching that on?
He might be in the third deck. He might
YouTube TV.
I have YouTube TV in Berkeley, so
I need to switch it up.
Yeah,
Shout out to YouTube TV, the next corporate sponsor of Home Daddy.
Oh, so we're doing Negro Modelo. We're doing YouTube TV. Shout out to Xfinity. But yeah, we went over Looney a little bit. Our last big, the live show we did, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't do too much Looney. I love the guy.
I could do Looney every time. We also might lose GP2. He's a free agent. Pat Spencer, my boy, we let him go. Didn't give him officially a qualifying offer, but we did keep Quentin Post and we did keep Guy Santos.
Nice.
And
those are two guys.
Otherwise, it's kind of par for the course here.
Yeah, so Melton might come back, I understand. And that was, as I talked about early on our early pods, I was saying that the Warriors lost my interest, before Butler came when Melton got hurt because the team went really downhill.
Yeah, I mean, this is pre-Jimmy Butler. Our team was doing great with Melton. Melton's winning percentage was like, 800. We were great.
Yeah, I thought he was a great fit. He plays D. He's long. He can shoot. So if he comes back and can, the guy's been injured his entire career, but if he could provide some kind of spark with a little youth, because the rumors are we're going after Horford, and he's like the oldest dude in the NBA.
Oh man, I gotta say I'm not that thrilled about being the oldest team in the league. I wanted a big man. We can't get a big man. We get 40-year-old Al Horford.
He could shoot a three and rebound. That's what you need, right?
Or stretch 40-year-old.
Scott Alexander is in the game.
What do you think of Jonathan Kuminga looking for $30 million? You think that's something he's going to get? Think anybody's going to give that kind of money to the guy? Or is he going to settle up for something more in the 10 to 20 range? Because arbitration right now says unless somebody else makes an offer, he's going to give you in the 10 to 20 range with the Dubs. And I don't know. I don't think we can afford $30 million on a Jonathan Kuminga. But we'll see as the free agency continues.
Brandon Marsh is now the long-haired, bearded Philly. Anyone, can you guess the long-haired, bearded Philly from the early 2010s?
2010s. Yes. It was left fielder. God, why is his name escaping me? Right? Call him Jesus. Name's
come on,
me.
Starkey.
Worth.
Jason Worth. Ding.
So you guys are mistaken. I watched a lot of American League baseball around that time. So
isn't that crazy? Now they're exactly the same. It's the same exact sport. There's no differences whatsoever.
I'm a purist. I don't like it.
I don't either. I actually really enjoyed the differences.
Come on. You want to see Robbie Tight Pants lay down a bunt tonight?
I want to see Mad Bum take monster hacks. That was one of my favorite parts of watching Giants baseball for a long time.
Yeah, there was a few good ones. Where were they good? Like, Greinke was really good. Maddox was awesome.
CeCe Sabathia could really swing it.
Yeah.
He was in the NL.
Our boy Dontrelle Willis. I remember he hit a home run off me, I think. So
it was fun seeing pitchers who could hit in the NL. It was a nice little surprise when they could. So any other Warrior stuff you want to get to? There's potential trade rumors out there for God knows what. LeBron.
I'm just heartbroken that Pat Spencer got released. We can't afford Pat Spencer. That guy was so money. He's willing to headbutt fools.
Who'd he go to?
They just didn't get. We didn't pick up his qualifying offer. He's a free agent.
Didn't pick up the offer.
No, said
after all the heart he gave us,
all the heart. There could be more heart from any individual out there.
Most heartful person.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, we're just gonna try to lowball the G League guy. Unbelievable. I don't like that at all, Starkey.
The Portland Trailblazers should be picking that guy up. I mean, he's amazing.
Yeah. Maybe your Kings will. Okay. Well, we'll see how that plays out. I think. Oh, there's also the Colby. What's his name on the Bulls? Colby Smith. Colby White. Kobe White.
Maybe a sign and trade. Maybe trade from the Bulls.
He's a rumored possible Warrior coming up here, but nothing's really happened, so there's not much to talk about on that front. And then let's cross our T's and dot our I's, or E's in Espanol. 49ers talk. There's not much of that either, but you're going to get beat to death on the head with it here soon with every sports talk platform around here. So, I mean, I did see a national ranking where Christian McCaffrey ranks as the number 2 running back in the NFL behind Saquon, which is crazy considering McCaffrey had like half of a healthy game last year. So if he actually plays a full season for the Niners, it'll be a lot better season than if he does not. I can guarantee that.
I saw that artificial intelligence likes the San Francisco 49ers for the Super Bowl in 2025.
I mean, for CMC to be ahead of Derrick Henry is saying something.
That's true. That is a good point. Yeah, well, AI, I tried to do take a couple of their suggestions in the March Madness pool, and they were dead wrong on everything. So artificial intelligence isn't everything they make it out to be.
This Schwarber guy's amazing.
I think Joe just watched another home run before we were.
It was a double.
He's stealing bases. He's hitting jacks. He's hitting oppo doubles off the top of the wall. This guy is pretty good.
Speaking of that, Cal Raleigh, man, how about that dude? He might like get to where Bonds was on a 73 home run season before the All-Star break. It's kind of insane for a catcher. We say the non-steroid era, but the chances are there's some guys who are kind of ahead of the curve on that.
You talking about the big dumper?
The big dumper. He uses a torpedo bat. Those things might be a big difference. I
hear Phil Simms is into Cal Raleigh.
Oh, yeah. Well, Cal, if you just look at those thighs and the moneymaker on that boy, he'll do it for you.
Hey, should we go around the horn and do some daddy talk since we are the home daddies?
And we're talking about daddy subjects, like Castro daddies would be talking about big dumpers.
We got a lot of dumper talk today, actually.
A lot of dumper talk. Oh, is dumper talk involved with your kids?
Yeah, I was doing some potty training over 4th of July weekend, and so I went through hell and back, and we're still potty training.
That's kind of early for potty training, isn't it?
He's crazy.
No, it's not. It's very feasible. It's very possible.
He says there's an early window.
You have to be patient. We had a very successful potty pee at dinner tonight, or pre-dinner.
How old is Adrian?
Adrian's she's like 20 months.
That's very early. It's ambitious. I like it.
In going potty training.
Fuck diapers, guys. Fuck diapers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude, I've been living the diaper dream now for 3 years.
Shout out to Pampers. Shout out to.
I like the Target ones.
Oh,
Target, you get. Sig. Oh, dude. I mean, they absorb very well and they're cheap. That's the main factor because I use a lot of them, guys. I have an almost 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. The almost 3-year-old, we got her peeing on the potty, but she's still shitting her pants. So want to change that ASAP.
And Joe, you want to round it out with your dumper talk for the evening?
Well, yeah, 4th of July weekend, we had a nice little jaunt up to Lake Tahoe. And, my kids, a tick older, did our potty training. And, we're on to bigger and better things. So I thought. But, when you're traveling, all you do is spend time in public restrooms waiting for your kid to finish shitting. It's really quite an experience. So we're at the Target in Rockland.
It sounds like you're living the dream, honestly.
I know.
What's better than that?
Does Kendall
it's the next level, which is which we're all striving for here, but it still comes with some intrigue. So we're at the Rockland Target, and there's a family restroom, which this is amazing. And so my son goes in there, and he's doing his thing, and he's rushing in there, and then all of a sudden it's got the automatic flush. And so he's like jumping off the toilet because the flushing is happening at the same time. And then my daughter comes in and I gotta go. And it's all the Target in Rockland, just a disaster. So, we ended up getting through it, but I spent about, 45 minutes there at the Rockland Target on my way to Tahoe. And, every park, public restroom, I'm hanging out. Just a lot of bathroom time this weekend.
Yeah. Let's talk more toddler body, parts and
no,
things of that nature.
But hey, I'll give you one fun fact on potty talk. When I was 7 years old, I was in India and I was taking a train, and we were in the second class car, and in second class car is a big difference. But going to the bathroom going to the bathroom in India,
Slumdog Millionaire.
You go into a separate car, and there's just a hole that goes right out onto the tracks. I remember my dad walking me into that and saying, and he just kind of points at it, and I just looked. I still have that image in my head of just seeing light beaming up from up below and being like, I don't know what to do here, but that looks miserable. I think I just turned around and held it the rest of the way.
Dave, that's called trauma. That's called trauma.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, that's a traumatic experience at a young age in the third world. So, very nice. Just a couple quick things, cute things about Mila is starting to repeat all the things her parents say. So, we say, on the silly side, like, are you crazy? Are you nuts? Have you lost your mind? So she's like, have you lost your mind? Or, are you nuts? Johnny, are you nuts? To her little brother. And so that's a very cute phase she's in right now. And also, she had 2 weeks off of preschool, so I took her to a lot of playgrounds, and we had a lot of social interactions. And she just goes up to strangers and says, excuse me, look at my shoes. They're ballerina shoes, silver ballerina shoes. And, yeah, she says, look at me, and then does a pose. She's very into dancing for people. She's a chip off the old block.
She's an entertainer like her old man.
That's right. And she doesn't wear diapers at home because she's, using her potty and stuff. And so she really likes to twirl around with her dress and lift it up and really gives a serious show to all the onlookers.
Breaking news, Ryan Walker recorded an out here.
Wow. Okay, we're down to our last half inning, but I see Wilmer Flores is coming up after a little Schmidt and Lee, and Lee's 2 for 3. That brings us into more Giants talk, yeah?
Let's talk baseball.
Let's talk baseball. Our lately, guys, we've been hearing us talk baseball. We've been doing the post-game wraps, and they have gone over pretty well. We've met a few of you out there in the online world, and here we are. It's almost the All-Star break. We're very heavy on pitching in the All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
So who wants to give a breakdown of these All-Star pitchers and what they've been doing for us?
Well, I'll give a quick rundown. Let's go first. Webb. Unbelievable seasons thus far. 2.6 ERA, seemingly every game keeps us in it. It has at times felt like we're wasting his starts. That's how good he's been. I think there's been a feeling for that for several other pitchers, like the Randy Johnson and the Diamondbacks era had many years where he felt like he could not seemingly get a win, would be like 11-12 with a 1.8 ERA or something of that nature. It's not quite that bad for Webb, but Logan's been awesome. And they're interviewing him during the baseball game today with the Phillies, Kruk and Kipe, and kind of just talking about how lucky he was to get Buster Posey in his first as a rookie in the first few years to help kind of refine his understanding and wisdom as a pitcher, and then pay it forward for all future pitchers and catchers to kind of get the benefit. So Buster Posey lives through our pitchers today as well as the GM. It's kind of cool. I love that part about baseball, just being able to kind of carry the torch. You want to go over Robbie Ray, tight pants?
Well, I'll talk about Robbie Tight Pants. He's pitching a doozy again today. He's 9-3 and give me a no decision again here today. He could be 13-0 as far as I'm concerned. The way he's pitching, he's every game we're in it. It's unbelievable. The guy's I mean, I'm not sure who's better, Logan Webb or Robbie Ray. 2 All-Stars. They're both got 2.6 ERAs. I mean, Robbie might even have lowered it a bit today. So
yeah, last time we had 2 guys of this caliber was Matt Cain and Tim Lincecum in combination in 2011 when they were both All-Stars.
Okay, you got a leadoff hit from Casey Schmidt.
Thanks for the announcement, like a half second before I got to enjoy it myself.
All right, I'll pause it for you guys.
There's a double, too. Nice.
All right.
All right.
We're
in business. You know, Casey Schmidt is money. It sucks that he's been beamed so much because he's kind of a spark plug for the squad.
Yeah, he's kind of our Cody Ross of the season so far. I'm going to just go ahead and pretend like we're going to be the 2010 Giants this year.
Whoa, wouldn't that be something?
I got to ask, why is everybody so sore about the hit by pitches? Like, I don't know. What's the big deal?
Was that a play on words there? Sore about the hit by pitches because it makes people sore and injures them.
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching Mark Canha get hit like 37 times in the season. It's no big deal.
Joe, the difference is that they
take the
base
base
4 miles per hour.
Put the Barry Bonds pad on.
And when it's on the back of your hand all the time, when people are getting hit in the wrist and the hand and the shin, like on fragile bones.
I feel like everybody's being too soft about this. I honestly do. Like that game when we had everybody.
You don't have time to get out of the way. People are throwing 99.
That's the difference, Joe.
You know,
when you get a hanging breaking ball that just never breaks and then just plunks you, no one gives a shit. That's fine. But when fastballs are coming in at you and you're getting hit, it means that you need to either recognize that you can't pitch inside as much because you suck and you're hurting guys, or figure out how to not fucking accidentally locate inside and locate over the middle of the plate and let the guy hit a bomb. And I think that's the difference.
But it's especially when it's shoulder in. I don't understand. Why is everybody getting hit in the wrist? You know, when Birdsong came in and was trying to get some revenge the other day, damn near lost a game just trying to do that.
I'll tell you why, Joe. When you're seeing 99 out of the hand, you're already in the motion of swinging. You don't have like 90 and 99 is very different. So by the time you realize it's coming at you, you've already committed and now you're exposed. Versus a breaking ball, you're going to turn in.
Honestly, I think it's in everybody's head, like too concerned about it. Everybody's worried about Ramos getting pitched inside.
I don't know. Getting hurt and having it.
Joe, aren't you the guy who stopped watching football for a year or two because he said CTE was ruining it?
I do think CTE is ruining football, and I think it's a horrible thing. I'm not going to have my kid play football.
But you don't care if people just get their wrists broken in baseball all the time?
I think CTE is terrible, and I think it's a horrible. Anyway, that's not what you're asking me. I don't think, but you know, it's a different.
You act
thing.
like you're just Rocky Balboa over here. It seems like you have a limit, but for some reason you don't mind guys' bones getting broken by 99-mile-an-hour fastballs. And it's a problem when you're taking out people who are important to teams and production.
Well, I think that's the thing is there's been a couple injuries and everybody's like a little, you know, nervous about it. But I think it's part of the game. I mean, it's not like they're getting hit in the head, and they're getting a lot of walks. They're getting a lot of, you know, free passes.
All right, we'll leave it at that.
It just seemed to me that everybody is too transfixed on what's going on with the beanball game and like not paying attention to how to win a game.
Base knock, Wilbur. Let's go.
Now I'm behind.
I sync that perfectly. I'm right with you now.
We're right with nice. Dave, get on our level. Gamecast it. Throw up the Gamecast so we can't cut any of this.
I'll just suck it up and watch it. Not live. So, going to the All-Star game, we got one more pitcher, and that's Mr. Randy Rodriguez, who's got an unbelievably low 0.69 ERA. And barring that one bad start or bad relief appearance he had in Colorado where he gave up a couple of earned runs, the guy would be probably sub-5 with ease right now, and he is just lights out. I mean,
I was here.
Good.
We'll have club control on that guy till 2028 without having to give him a raise, which sucks for him. But that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it is very incredible. I hope he doesn't get hurt.
Get out of here!
Oh,
get out of here! Oh! Go!
What?
Is this going to be an inside the park walk-off? Is this going to be an inside the park walk-off? Go!
Holy shit!
Oh my
God! Oh my God! The Giants win the pennant! The Giants win the pennant!
That was an incredible walk-off.
Unbelievable.
Are you kidding me? Adios, pelota! Out of here! Gone! That was special, guys. This is the beauty of podcasting. You get to witness Pat Bailey have an inside the park goddamn home run to send us all home against the first place Phillies.
That
Wow.
was out of this world.
Wow.
The guy who's hitting a $180, having a down year all the way around at the plate, has one jack and finds a way to just
You have
crank
got
one.
to be country kidding me. What a treat. Giants post-game wrap. Here, let me record one on my phone real quick. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Well, that was unbelievable. So he hit all of that on a Tuesday night in the Marine Lair, and it didn't go out to the deepest part of a Major League ballpark, to the very tip top of Triples Alley, and bounced off the concrete at the very top corner.
First archway.
All the way into left field. And
he was watching it too at first, and still was able to leg out the inside the park.
That's gonna be
That's an all-timer, guys. We just witnessed an all-timer together.
All-timer.
One of my favorite parts is that I saw Joe's eyes look up. I still hadn't seen what happened, and it just
I did pause it, and I thought Jake and I were pretty well aligned at that time, so I'm glad I did.
I feel kind of underwhelmed with drafting 90s pitchers now.
Well, that's going to maybe turn around his season. What do you think? Like, that's going to give him
This
all
is the ups
confidence.
and downs of the Giants' year in a nutshell. Joe, what was the stat you were talking about before? They lost 7 of 8. Now with tonight, they've won, 6 of 7?
Well, I have to change this to 6 of 7. So they lost 7 of 8 that horrid week when they lost. They got swept by Miami at home, and then lost 2 of 3 to Chicago, and then the first 2 to Arizona. And ever since, and you know what happened? Bob Melvin got an extension.
All right, guys, we're gonna try something. We're gonna try something new very quickly. I'm gonna do a Giants post game live while we're doing our actual podcast, or post game wrap, because we need to comment on this real quick. So let's do an interactive experience. My volume is up high enough. I think we can hear you. Okay, ready?
Go for it.
Okay. Welcome, everybody, to the Giants post-game wrap. What's the date? July 9th, 2025?
July 8th.
July 8th. Oh, I was a day early. But thank God for Pat Bailey. Adios, pelota, home run. We're recording our podcast right now, Hum Daddies. And he's getting interviewed. Look at that purple tank. It's beautiful. He has compression sleeves on. We got the white Steph Curry right now in front of your eyes. Gorgeous.
Yeah,
what do you guys
he
think?
looks like he needs to do a few more push-ups with that tank, the way it's over his body. But hey, it's a great look. He almost looks like he's wearing Lakers attire. That's how deep and dark that purple is.
Nothing more exciting than an inside the park home run. Gotta love it. 6 of 7 in a row. Coming for the Dodgers. Let's go.
Pelota gone. What a game. Bye. All right. Okay, let's do our draft, guys.
We incepted a Giants post-game
This
wrap
is
into this pod.
Inception. I'm going to post it while we draft.
All right.
Sounds like I'm going to kick ass in this draft then.
Dude, I got it all up top. I don't need to even look at the rosters.
Yeah, we'll see.
Uh-huh.
I think we're going to have to let Jake go number 1 just so that he can have his favorite player of all time.
Why are you going to let him do that?
No, I never go number 1 in these things. I thank you so much, Dave.
I was trying to offer you an opportunity.
Thank you. Give me an offering.
Okay,
Okay, I'll go 1. Madison Bumgarner.
Bam. Who would have thunked it?
All right, I'm going 2 then if we're picking our own slots.
Who are you picking?
Can I pick?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going Freak.
Going Freak.
Not bad.
I mean, I'll take Perfect Game Kane.
Oh, I don't get to talk about my perfect game?
No, you've already gotten to.
I mean, you can talk about I mean, you can talk about it again. Fill some time while I post our update.
Yeah.
Wait, let me get this. So we got Jake. Jake, you're up, huh?
Okay. I will go with Jason Schmidt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just to recap the rules, we're doing 5 starters, 1 setup man, 1 closer from 1990 to 2019.
That's right.
Okay. Ooh, kind of took my guy Schmidt there. Kane's taken. So I can't do Webb or any of that stuff.
You certainly cannot. You can take Barry Zito, though, if you'd like to.
You seem vastly underprepared for a guy who just said he's going to win this.
Well, that's probably true.
And it was your idea, was? Oh no, it was Dave's idea.
Gosh, it gets real mediocre right about now.
Come on.
Come on. Yeah, I agree with Dave. Give me a break. There's tons of guys.
There's still guys in there.
There's
a lot of guys.
There's a lot of guys.
Big, beautiful guys.
There's some big, beautiful guys, but
big, gorgeous guys.
Think bowling. Great bowler.
Munson?
You can jump into the closer pool if you'd like.
I think I might do that. I think I'm going to go.
Wow. For your second pitcher?
Sometimes you just have to pick,
That's intense.
Sometimes you got to pick Righetti, Sometimes you just got to settle up and get your Righettis and move on.
He pitched for the Giants in the early 90s.
All right.
I'm going to put the clock on you here pretty soon.
I'm going to go.
This is fucking ridiculous.
All right. All right, I'm going to go Jake Peavy.
Oh, the actor who played the bowler. Got it.
Jake Peavy. All right, I'm going to take this 1993 stellar performance from Billy Swift.
You got to love Bill Swift. I'm going to go John Burkett to follow that 20-game winner.
Yep. 2 20-game winners. Only
talk about someone shit in the bed. Jake Peavy when he was like 5-11 or something. Good job, Joe.
Burkett.
Pass on 2 20-game winning Giants. I mean, Peavy was amazing on the Padres.
All right, I'm going to go.
Loving the soundboard, Dave.
Sean Estes.
Nice.
Solid.
Great
That's a solid one. Now you're using your head, big guy.
He was our Barry Zito. He had the big left-handed hook. He was an all-star one year, too. It was 19-6.
Using your head.
For the Giants. All right. I'm not going to go with Tomko or Samardzija. Let's see. I think I'm going to go Vogelsong. I think we had enough good seasons and great performances.
Not bad.
In the postseason with Ryan.
Vogie.
I love his story. How much he was just down and out with the Pirates. The Giants picked him up in the resurgence, and he had a great second half of his career.
Funny story. I remember watching Vogie in high school at my parents' house. They played like an 18-inning game. I don't know. I think it was the first year or second year of the phone booth, the new park. And I was up at like 1 a.m. on a school night watching an 18-inning game, and this young kid Vogelsong came in and had a really nice few innings and, deep extra innings. And you're not going to get those 18-inning games anymore, guys. That's a sad fact.
Not a chance.
I hate the new rule. Why can't they just play extra innings normally? Why got to put the ghost runner on second? Hate it.
Well, I'm going to go a little older school new guys and go Levo Hernandez. That was Levo, as we called him. He was a huge part of the Giants, and he was on the O2 staff, and he came over straight from the Marlins.
Yeah,
he was clutch.
He was clutch. He
definitely pitched a lot of innings too. He's an innings eater.
He was an innings eater. Yeah, he was like usually around 87 to 89, but he had that big old fat hook, and just knew how to locate and kind of just tease guys.
Yeah, he was low key a very big part of the Giants for a number of years.
Was El Duque his cousin or his brother? I can't remember.
It
was his brother, the Yanks.
Brother. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go with another lefty. Woody, Kirk Reeder.
Nice.
Yeah. You missed Dave's giveaway there. You shouldn't have been able to draft him this late.
Kirk Reeder was some kind of special, chucking 84-mile-an-hour fastballs. I never saw anybody who knew how to pitch the outside corner better, other than probably Jamie Moyer, who did it just that much better than Kirk Reeder. But the two were like two peas in a pod the way they pitched, just constantly peppering that low outside corner just enough to tease you. And I feel like Kirk Reeder, no one pitched better out of a 2-0 count than Kirk Reeder. He like sets you up that way. Oh, I'm going to sit on something now. And then he'd still tease you and get you to hit something weakly. Loved watching that guy pitch. I'm going to go one more starter before I probably dip into the bullpen. And I think it's going to have to be Mark Gardner.
Oh,
because his tenure was long enough for the Giants. He stuck around. I think he had an 18-win season for the G's. I can't remember which year, maybe 97. But I just, similar to Kirk Reeder, just was such a pitcher's pitcher. Just knew how to get guys out. Didn't have overpowering stuff. Located. That's how I modeled my game until Jake came up and just sat on fastball and ripped me.
I've never seen a straighter fastball thrown in the history of the world than Dave Greenstein.
That's why I played short, man.
Yeah, he threw a strike. He threw a lot of strikes, no movement, just right down the fucking pipe.
That is a perfect shortstop. Somebody who doesn't throw, a cutter,
tailing fastballs.
Yeah, no, I know. And then I had Ken Hirose throwing like these cutters at my right foot, and I was trying to pick those at first all the time. But yeah, so I prefer Dave throwing to me from short over Ken Hirose. Let it be known. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Who have we not gotten to at this juncture? I'm not going to go Solomon Torres. I hate to break it to you. Not doing it.
Mm-mm.
You got your Trevor Wilsons. You got your Dave Burbas. This is all off the top, fellas. You got your Oral Hershiser's. But
that's right.
As a
Giant, your William Van Landinghams.
Your Van Launching Pads. Estes was picked early. Let's do Russ Ortiz, guys.
Nice. Right. Good pick.
He was actually a great fucking pitcher, and he has that stain on his... It wasn't his fault. He got yanked. So, yeah, I'm going Russ Ortiz.
That was his last year as a Giant, too. What a way to end it.
And then he was great. Didn't he go to, like, the D-backs?
He disappeared. Baseball was unforgiving to him after that, after he left the Giants. The whole team kind of, just kind of fell apart after that.
Yeah. They all... It was that still haunts me more than any win felt good. Like that 2002 season, that should have been a W. That'll haunt me for the rest of my life.
All right, well, I'm going to have to pick my guy, Barry Zito. I've got a whole lefty staff here. Wild curveballs.
Had to do it.
I
2 to 3 starts.
Could not do it. He had a nice playoff win with the Giants, I suppose, but not a stellar Giants career.
He had 2 humongous playoff wins,
big time wins.
Yeah, but that and his regular seasons were just basically all trash. I mean, for the most part, he didn't even make the 2010 roster, and he was the highest paid player on the team in the playoffs. So, Yeah.
Wins per dollar was not a good ratio for him.
No, but he saved his whole legacy on the Giants with that 2012 Reds performance in St. Louis.
True. I'm going to skip my last starter and come back to that because there's not a lot left. I'm going to pick a reliever, and it's not easy. There are some real fun ones to pick here. So I think I'm going to pick one that I can go either way on until later, and I'm going to pick Sergio Romo first.
Oh, great pick.
The Frisbee curve, he was a setup man and a closer, so I'll figure out which way I want to go with him later. But Sergio was just,
That's the first reliever picked, huh?
I think that would have been my first one picked because
not me.
He could go either way. He's the best setup man, I think.
Best setup man. And had.
I mean, he's great. He's great.
Closeout too. I mean, he won multiple World Series as part of one of the best bullpens in, I think, Major League history at a postseason. I mean, the Giants year in and year out, that bullpen was stellar. All right, Jake.
I'm gonna go Rob Nen, closer. The guy was unhittable. He had the nastiest slider I've ever seen, at least up until that point. I think he's the greatest Giants closer ever when it comes down to how hittable he was.
His slider was almost more like a splitter because it went straight down versus the more slurvy ones we see in the MLB. Right. And that was what made it so just bonkers. You throw 99 to 100 and then throw that 91, 93 mile an hour slider that just fell off the table. It was
he was just he was amazing to watch. He was a lights out closer. There's other guys we've had close and it felt like they were more of a headache to kind of sit through.
You mean like Armando Benitez?
Best Giant of all time, Armando Benitez, yeah.
Do you remember the Rob Nen entrance song when he came into close?
That's a good question.
It was like a metal song. Was it
Deep Purple, Smoke on the Water?
Oh, Smoke on the Water. Nice. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go. I got to go with my boy, Rod.
Yeah. I saved him for you.
Bringing Rod Beck.
Your Cub from your favorite team of all time. Anything else on him, or
just the most unusual athlete-looking guy you'd ever seen. He looks like a truck driver, and his stats are incredible. Like he had like 48 saves with the Giants, and I can't remember what year. And then he did 50 saves with the Cubs. He even, he passed away too early to, I think some drugs, but. Even in his last years with the Padres, he was making all-star teams, and I don't know how he did it.
Yeah, that arm swing was some kind of fun. And he had the splitter. That was his go-to.
He had a couple other things swinging, too, aside from that arm now.
When he was with the Cubs, he got sent down to, and it was like last year, he got sent down to the Iowa Cubs in Des Moines, and he lived in an RV, and he had a sign outside his RV just like, come have beer with Rod Beck or some shit.
Right. Yeah. I read an article about that back in the day. I remember that. Yeah, that's a great. I think he was one of the main influences for Kenny Powers.
Really? It had to be.
Yeah, it was John Rocker and Rod Beck were like the two influences.
Well, speaking of Rod Beck in that era, I'm going to take Mike Jackson as my setup man and let Romo close him out for me.
God, that's sexy. I didn't even think of him.
Mike Jackson was just nasty. I mean, that was the fun part about the Mike Jackson and Rod Beck combination is the 8 and 9 had so much swag. The Giants were just like, ooh, we got you. We're up 8-9, Jackson, Beck, over.
That is, Dave, you just made my night with that call. I haven't thought about Mike Jackson in so long, but he was so awesome to watch. I'm going to put him on Jersey Watch. Might have to look at eBay.
Ooh, find a Mike Jackson jersey. Let me know. Find a medium.
Stud. I love that guy with the low brim.
Yeah. I think I actually started wearing my cap way down because I love the Mike Jackson just looking hard. Can't see my eyes.
Yeah, he reminded me of Scarface, the rapper from Houston. It's like, I'll never seen a man cry till I seen a man die. That was Mike Jackson. Okay. All right. So am I short? I'm short one starter and one reliever.
No, you got. You just need a setup guy.
Yep, I got a starter
I did
left
a
on
full
mine
five?
from the last pick.
I did a full 5 starter.
You got Mad
Okay.
Bum. Yep. Good
Yeah.
5.
Okay.
Levon, Burkett, Jason
Well,
Schmidt. Russ
I gotta go
Ortiz.
Javi Lopez, kids. That was my favorite dude out of the core 4. What else can you say? He's smooth, he's sexy, he's tall, long, lean. He's damn near unhittable, but he was kind of a lefty specialist, which with the 3 batter rule now might be hard to do. But yeah, God, I loved watching him pitch. He was a super nice guy. I used to hang out next to the Giants bullpen in LA when I lived in LA. My tickets were right there. And just, harass Dodgers fans and make Romo and Javi Lopez chuckle while I got peanuts thrown at me from a bunch of fools in Dodger Stadium. So, yeah, he has a very, soft spot in my heart. I love Javi Lopez. He will be on my squad. Great announcer, too. Great broadcaster.
Yeah, I love Javi Lope. Not your typical, not really the setup guy, but he played the setup role plenty of times when it became time to get the big lefty out. And so I think that's a very fair assessment of a setup guy. He definitely had that role.
Well, still got, looks like no Brian Wilson this time around. No Jairo Garcia, a.k.a. Santiago Casilla.
There's a really good setup guy waiting for you, Joe.
I'm going to go Jeremy Affeldt. And
We did 3 of the 4 core 4.
I was really hoping you'd go with another kind of like Randy Rodriguez type and go Felix Rodriguez, who used to set up for Rob Mann.
That would have been a good
E-Rod, yeah.
Yeah, he had a lot of years with the Giants.
He was
supposed to be the next
devastating
big
with it.
thing and the next closer, but he gave up some serious.
He didn't have the mentality for the closing spot.
No, I think in the
Kinda.
Mets playoff series in 2000, he gave up some really big. He lost a couple games that killed us.
I think the 2002 blown save fucked
What's
him
his?
up.
Yeah.
That was like the first time he'd ever like. 'Cause that was the thing is like you look at Dusty Baker's like, why would you do that? It's like because I have Felix Rodriguez and Rob Nen. Like, what am I scared of? I'm going to put those guys in, and we're going to close this game out. I got a lead, a 5-run lead. Why would I not bring those guys in? And they
The game ball thing is what killed everybody.
Yeah. All right, I got one more starter, and I'm going to paint it black with Mr. Bud Black.
Bud Black to end it?
Buddy Black. Only 3 years with the Giants, but you kind of forget
Brando.
how good he was.
I love it.
He Bill Swift and John Burkett in
Bud
93
Black.
were I mean, there's not a lot left. I could take Jonathan Sanchez, but it's like meh.
I almost took Johnny Sanchez. I was there for the no-hitter. Shout
There
out.
was too many times where his like
He
inaccuracy
blew
was
up a couple
painful.
times.
Bud Black was solid, man. He was always like a 3 ERA kind of guy. He was.
Are you sure about that?
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at his stats? He was in the 3s.
I mean, I just looked at his overall career stat.
We're not going to go Mark Portugal,
Nope.
Solomon Torres,
Could have gone
Dave Burba. Yeah.
Jerome Williams.
I want somebody who had a few years with the Giants. I could have gone like Lowry, maybe.
Noah
He's all right.
Lowry. Yeah.
There's not a lot of like longer.
Johnny
tenured
Cueto?
Giants.
Johnny Cueto would have been a money one. His
Except he was-
2016.
I think Johnny Cueto's far better than Bud Black.
But Johnny Cueto's
Yeah,
2020.
no shit.
2020, not in the 2019.
16, buddy, was his lights out year.
Yeah, it was. I should have gone Johnny Cueto.
2020. That
Really
was his
sucked.
last year on
In
the
fact,
team.
I'd trade Johnny Cueto for Jake Peavy right now.
That's true. I'd probably trade him for. That's okay.
I was thinking Cueto, but I just after that 2016, he wasn't. I mean, his numbers weren't great.
The reality was, is the Giants were that fun when Cueto was pitching.
Yeah, that he was on the tail. He was on the end of Bochy's Giants career, which wasn't very fun.
Yeah.
Farhan took over. I mean, it was just kind of ugly.
Yeah.
I feel like we're missing a lot of just some 90s guys and early 2000s.
Well, the other thing is we're just missing some other great relievers because we had a lot of other great relievers that we're just not including. I mean, Casilla was great, not as a closer, but as a setup man. He was solid. George Contos, who does post-game rap.
Yeah, he had a couple really good years. They're under Bochy. Those World Series years, it was all bullpen and pitching. So
it was, and he pulled the levers better than anybody. Better than a Julian Tavares.
Oh, that was an interesting cat for sure.
Yeah,
he got in fights a lot, didn't he?
Another fun one was Mark Worrell. Worrell didn't get picked, and he was a setup guy.
Todd Worrell, no?
Todd Worrell. Yeah.
Oh, Mark Leiter, or the brother.
Mark.
One of the Leiters.
Al Leiter was on the Mets.
Al?
No, Al was on the Mets.
Mark Leiter. We had Mark Leiter.
Yep.
Well, I won, so that's good.
So how are you going to rank this? Last time we did WAR. I
can do that again.
But it has to be as a Giant, obviously.
Yeah, I'll pick their best year as a Giant.
Year,
I'll
add up the best year stat, or add up all the stats from the best year of each pitcher. Do the ERA and win-loss or something.
Yeah,
maybe WHIP. Throw WHIP in there.
We're not going to just take their WAR for that season, for those seasons as Giants.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm not taking his WHIP. So yeah,
I need some calculations here, Joseph. I need I need you to do a lot of math tonight. All right, we need that graphic.
I'm not sure Livan Hernandez is gonna. Well, he threw a lot of innings, so maybe he does come out on top.
Yeah, maybe give me a break.
Well, how about them Giants, huh? So they're just gonna keep winning.
Exciting. That kind of took the wind out of the draft sails, but I mean, it was still fun. It's always fun to draft Giants. There's a hunger for Giants. I think nostalgia too, that people aren't really getting their Giants fix. But if you go back and listen to a lot of our podcasts, we have a lot of Giants nostalgia on this bad boy. And
listen, we're trying to rebuild the brand a little bit because this post 3 World Series team that kind of coincided with Posey leaving is kind of resurging with him as the GM. And so we're looking to rebuild some vibe here. And it's hopefully going to be a combination of guys we sign and, building from what we've drafted. And that's where Logan Webb is. He's our guy right now. I don't think we have a real comparison pitcher that would say that's, he's the same as this guy we've seen over the last 30 years, but which is great for him because he's kind of carving out his own place in this future starting 5 that we'll draft that will certainly include Logan Webb in the top 4.
Okay. I think we got to spend a minute talking about this game that we just watched. So they went and they lost 7 of 8 games to some of the worst teams in the league. And then they're going to do things like beat the Phillies on one of the most improbable finishes. They're down 3-1 and the worst hitter on the team hits it to the farthest part of the ballpark. I've never seen anything like it. It's one of the most incredible finishes I've seen in a baseball game, and so it's a 1 in 100 game. It's amazing.
It was more. I think the chances were longer than 1 in 100. I believe there was another walk off inside the park jack here in recent years.
Angel Pagan,
is that the one? Yeah,
Pagan. Angel Pagan.
Did it have kind of the same bounce off the wall from right?
Yeah. Kind of similar. This was more incredible. The very tip top of the deepest part of the park. It's like,
I thought it might have been an automatic.
It was a very cool.
I mean, he thought he hit all of it. And then he's like, "Oh,
I thought it was Dirt Hammer out of Tasahara, baby."
Yeah.
I mean, he still hit it 420 feet, damn near.
Yeah,
that was incredible. You get a catcher's legs, and he walks into an inside the park home run. He didn't even have to slide.
There's never been a ball that's bounced farther in the history of the game than that ball right there. It went all the way from right center to left field.
I wish I heard the call. I had my TV muted, so I didn't hear Dwayne Kuiper's call. But the first thing when we're done with this, I'm going to go back.
Don't worry, Jake. It'll get on the pod.
It'll get on the audio pod, not on the video.
That's true.
So, hey, video watchers, go and listen to the audio. If you ask for a minute.
I mean, so, kind of big picture, this could not be going better for the Giants right now. The Dodgers have lost 5 in a row. The Giants are hot. The Dodgers are injured. I thought, this season was kaput in terms of the pennant. But look, I don't know. Maybe they got a shot at this. Big series this weekend.
Back. How many are we back now? 4-ish?
So, 5.
5. Okay. I mean, yeah, of course, that's dual. That's nothing. But I'm just happy we're not losing to the worst teams in baseball anymore and beating the best teams. It's kind of what I said. I said we played to our competition, and that is kind of been true. And also, the return of Matt Chapman has been something else. We've lost one game since he's been back. We've won, 6 of 7 now or 7 of 8? One of the two.
We've won 6 of 7 now.
Yeah, so since Matt Chapman's been back, we've won 6 of 7. We're back to our winning ways.
I knew it was the Matt Chapman effect. The guy is the clubhouse leader.
Well, it was 2 things. I think it was also giving Bob Melvin an extension and Matt Chapman coming back at the same time. My A's guys are coming in and solidifying
the A's get the credit. And we got to beat up on the A's a little bit in Sacramento, so that helps.
There's always a
Didn't
nice
hate that at all. It's great.
Happy medium and a good MLB dugout of the Hispanic leadership and the Caucasian leadership need to be there in some sort of tandemness. And I feel like Chapman is that to the Adames factor. And I think
we got Dom Smith for black leadership.
There you go. We got to have all races covered, baby.
Let's just talk. Let's get racial in this piece.
I'm obviously kidding, but I love that there is a nice variety in the Giants dugout of the different leaders and the different styles. Because Adames is much more playful. Chapman's a little, he's a little more serious with the mustache. It looks like it looks like Highway Patrol.
I've met, CHP and yeah.
All right, guys. By the way, I got the walk-off queued up for our send-off here. So when we're ready to roll out, we're going to play it off.
Okay, so let's close this out. I was a little distracted. I was posting. This has been a very meta kind of podcast for us because that was such a special moment. I had to put something up right away. I was getting infiltrated by texts, or inundated, not infiltrated, inundated with texts. Like, Jake, when's the post-game wrap coming? So I had to do it. I figured that would happen because our post-game wraps have been going well, but it's time for a long form. We needed to get Joe Starkey's beautiful mug back in here, and I'm glad we did. So I hope this was a pleasing podcast for all. We had some good toddler stories. Some Giants history happened on the podcast, which is incredible. And, right now, honestly, who really gives a shit about the Warriors or the Niners? We're diehard fans, but right now it's Giants time. All right. Anything else from anyone?
Roll it.
Cue it up, Jew boy.
A second. Something is...
Let's get racial in this piece.
Here we go.
Maybe. Oh, nice.
Kuiper can't even talk.
Well, yesterday he said if there's a home run, Krug, you're going to have to take it. So Krug was practicing his home run call.
Home run call, yeah.
Because he was, his voice was lost. But, well, we're going to have to see what John Miller has to say about it.
John Miller has been, I was going to ask that. Where's he been? He's not on the radio. It's FP and Dave Fleming.
We'll have to check that out.
I did not see that coming. Neither did my voice. I think you did good.
What a win. Home Daddies, baby.
You got to love those guys.
Well, let's take a look at it.
Well, all the shit that Bailey's been getting because he
puts
sucks.
a charge into it.
And then he just hits the
You watch me, you're right. He just stood there.
Sound, but you never trust.
Yeah, no, he thought it was out.
We watched it for a little bit.
He's never hit a ball farther in his life or harder in his life.
Kicks away from Marsh.
I mean,
Jason Worth.
Bailey goes inside the park.
No doubter.
Hey, that's just a magical moment, man. We're gearing up for some special things here down the stretch. I think I might bring Jordy to the day game tomorrow. Take him to his first Giants game.
Really?
There you go.
Yeah.
Sweep these fuckers. All right,
Yeah,
fellas.
Great shot.
Might have to bring my little chunk to the ball game. But yeah, good talking with everyone. Go Gigantes, and let's give them a hum daddy.
Home
Daddy.
Score.
Daddy.
Unbelievable.